Should Marc Bergevin try to re-sign Ilya Kovalchuk, and if so, for how long and how much?
Well, I think there's no question that he should try and, re-sign him. I mean, look what he's done since he's come here, and he's well liked. Fans like him, teammates like him, and the bottom line is he's delivering. He's creating a lot of things offensively, and I think you have to seriously consider signing him. I don't know whether I would sign him to a real long-term type deal, but it's what it's going to take to get him signed, and that would be probably a move in the right direction because they need offense. They need creative players like him, and he fits the bill.
I'd be surprised if any team would offer him more than 1 year. This is a guy that nobody wanted before the Canadiens picked him up. And with his history, I think I'd be surprised if he got more than 1 year. I would think 1 year, $2 million, $2.5 million. They need somebody who can score. But Marc Bergevin, if he decides he's going to sign, do it. Don't do another Radulov and wait until the off season and it gets ugly. If you want the guy, talk to his agent. It's one thing with Kovalchuk when we've talked about him. Everything goes through his agent. Like, ask how many teams called. I don't know. Ask my agent. I don't know. Ask my agent. So Bergevin's got to talk to his agent and say, look, does this guy want to come here? He's said all the right things here, but he bought a house in Beverly Hills. Maybe he wants to play here. Maybe his wife doesn't want to be here. So figure out if does he want to sign here, and if he does, make it happen. If he doesn't, then you trade him. But this team, they don't have guys who can score, and the guy can still put the puck in the net. That shootout goal in New Jersey, that's an extra point in the bank because of him right there. Yeah. So how much is that point worth in the standings? If you make the playoffs by 1 point in the end, is that worth $2 million? And he's shown here that he hasn't lost his skill. He's still quick enough to keep up. Him and Suzuki play really well together, and he seems to really like it here. He honestly seems to like it here. But again, as Marc Bergevin said in the past, there's a lot of guys who like it here and their wives don't like it here, and his wife's sitting in an $11 million home in Beverly Hills in the sunshine and might not want him so far away. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think Bergevin has to try and sign him, and don't wait. Don't sign him now to get it taken care of. If he wants to stay here, sign him now.
I agree. You got to sign him now. He looks like he's the happiest person to be in a Montreal Canadiens uniform in a long, long time. The way he reacted after the game the other night, hugging Price, you just know everybody on that team loves him. They want him. However, I wouldn't give him more than a year. And if you sign him now to, anywhere between $2 and $3 million, other teams may call before the deadline now that they know, okay, he's only in for a year, he's only in for $2 million. Now maybe he becomes trade bait for other teams as well. That now, okay, we know exactly what he's in for. We can take that contract. Who knows? Maybe they do flip him if they sign him. But I agree.
But what are you going to get from him? You get a draft pick maybe. And who knows if that draft pick is going to be able to play. Like, they need somebody now who can score.
Sure.
You look at this season, they've outshot, they lead the NHL in shots on goal, and they're like 15th or 16th in offense. So they get shots. They just have guys who can't, a guy like Artturi Lehkonen. I love Artturi Lehkonen. He works his butt off. He creates all kinds of chances, but he can't finish. He does everything. That's just not part of his game. They need guys who can finish the chances that they get. And as I said, Suzuki and Kovalchuk together. And Suzuki's told me, I sit in the locker room and I look across and I see Ilya Kovalchuk. And I used to play video games with this guy when I was a kid.
I think he brings so much to the organization, even if you take away what he can do on the ice. The leadership in the locker room, the brand power, how he excites fans. But you can't ignore what he does on the ice. If I was Marc Bergevin, I would even go so far as a 2-year, $2 million per year, $2.5 million per year contract. I'd love to see Kovalchuk finish his career in a Montreal Canadiens.
And Jeff Molson needs to sell tickets, and he's a draw.
Exactly.
Fans like this guy.
Exactly. Go to hockeyinsideout.com now and check out this week's full episode.